What's going on, guys? This is my man Corte, back with another one. Today we are at Radio 88.9 Milwaukee, and this is a closer look with HYFIN. Hello.
Nice to meet
Nice to meet
you.
you. And we have.
My name is Everest Blanks, and I am the music director for HYFIN.
So, this is HYFIN Studios, and we are located in Radio 89.
We're located in Radio Milwaukee's building in the 3rd Ward.
Can you just briefly introduce yourself and, just tell us your background about here working at HYFIN?
Sure. I was brought on to the team here at HYFIN. I was literally pulled off stage while I was performing. I was in a hip hop group and a solo artist here in Milwaukee. And the person said, there's these creatives starting a radio station and we think you should be involved. And that was 15 years ago. And that radio station was Radio Milwaukee.
Wow.
So the way it works now is we have Radio Milwaukee, the parent company, 414 Music, which is a 24-hour stream of Milwaukee music, 88.9, and of course, HYFIN, right?
Correct.
Where we connect the culture.
So what inspired you to pursue the profession? Like, what actually got you driven in the music career?
Well, being an artist, I knew the challenges of trying to get your music on the radio. And as a creative, that was a part of starting the station. We knew all those challenges up front, who you had to send stuff to, if it would ever get on the air. And the struggle was real because there's a system that most artists don't know. And so when we started Radio Milwaukee, we did away with that system. If we liked it, we played it. We added it to rotation. And the same thing continues with HYFIN, except HYFIN plays more music.
Okay.
So we play a total of 2 Milwaukee artists an hour. Sometimes you might hear 4, depending on that hour. But we support Milwaukee music 24 hours a day.
All right. So this right here is just, I can see it's a lot of cubicles and stuff like that. So
Yes.
For people who haven't really been into a radio station, this is how it looks, obviously. One thing that I wanted to know was, what did HYFIN stand for and where did the name derive from?
Well, HYFIN, we're all hyphens, right? And I'll give you a very easy example. I'm an artist, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a creative, and that's what is inside of all of us. So HYFIN represents you, HYFIN represents you, HYFIN represents me. And we're connecting the culture around events, we're connecting the culture around music, around art. And when you talk to Tarik, the person who came up with this entire concept with Jordan Lee, you'll hear more about that connection that we're trying to bring to Milwaukee with all of our culture and not just music.
So now we're going to meet Tarik, the guy that made all this happen. Here he is. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed. So can you just briefly introduce yourself to the people? Just let them know your background.
Yeah. My name is Tarik Moody. I'm program director of HYFIN. I'm also director of digital content for Radio Milwaukee. I've been here at the station since its inception back in 2007. Prior to that, I used to practice architecture, commercial architecture. I went to school at Howard University. Lived in Minneapolis doing architecture. And people always ask, how'd you get into DJ and the radio?
Right.
Well, I started volunteering in Minneapolis just to meet people on a radio station, kind of like MSE, WMSE. It's called KFAI in Minneapolis. And that led to me getting my own show on Minnesota Public Radio called Rhythm Lab Radio, which I still do to this day.
Wow.
Which celebrates 18 years, syndicated show I still do.
So not only does you run that, you run this as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you juggle all this?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have kids or anything. It's just me. So, so I spend on just a passion, I guess, right? Like you find a job that you love, right? It's not a job, right? That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was raised to try to make an impact in the world. So I look at it that way. That's.
Looking at your artwork, it really shows me another side about you. And I haven't really synced them up close like that. I haven't really got a chance to detail them like that. And I want to say that is great. That is so dope. What inspired you to get into the art field?
I loved to draw since I was a kid. I painted, I took photographs. I also went to school for graphic design, so I always had that in my back pocket.
Okay.
You know, but also on the side, I also had tech. You know, I learned a computer program at age 10 before most people even know what programming was.
Exactly.
You know,
to this day.
I had some, you know, parents that really, you know, let me do what I learned at a young age, and you know, realized they sacrificed a lot for me to do the things I could do. So.
Okay, so I heard you guys have an upstairs
Stuff, yeah.
rooftop.
We don't use it that much though. I don't know why. This is the roof.
Wow. So this is rooftop Milwaukee.
Because of the pandemic, you know, to take the time of the pandemic, we just haven't revitalized it like we should.
So events.
Yeah.
Obviously.
We have events, tastings, private events, we have rentals. So people might have like a reception up here, or
Okay.
X-Fabula, if you know X-Fabula storytelling group had stuff up here. True School, you know True School?
Yeah, I do.
They did the mural right there.
Okay.
We got it like shortly after we moved in. Because it used to be over at in the basement of MPS Central Services.
Oh, okay.
Okay, most people don't know, Radio Milwaukee, is a non-profit public radio, but it's owned, the license is owned by Milwaukee Public Schools.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, like, what makes HYFIN so unique?
You know, we have a North Star mission. Like, it's not just about the music, it's about really amplifying all of black culture in Milwaukee, right? Best we can. You know, we're not can't do everything. But that the goal is, we realize, you know, I've been here almost 17 years.
Wow.
And I've never seen a city so segregated. And I feel like a city that's so, you know, 40% black, 20% Latino, you look downtown, it doesn't reflect that, right? You look at the events, it doesn't really truly reflect that, right? Being from Atlanta, you see it everywhere. You go to Chicago, see it everywhere, right? And I want to show that, you know, Milwaukee's missing an opportunity, not investing in our culture and our people and our youth, and celebrating who we are and the impact we bring to the city. Right? Like, we created majority of all the music. We created punk,
rock and roll.
We created dance music, house music, techno. We created all this stuff, and a lot of people don't know that, you know. And we want to elevate that. You might hear a Little Baby song, but you might hear some Allison Russell, who's a folk singer, black folk singer, who grew up here, that play in her band, Sister Strings, from here. It's in her band.
Okay.
Right? And there's Buffalo Nichols, who's a blues singer from the north side of Milwaukee.
I was just
playing Turner Hall Ballroom.
I was gonna ask you, like, any milestones and, like, you know, achievements of people that you might have worked with, but you just named them.
Yeah, Buffalo Nichols is, you know, north side kid, touring the country, playing blues, really dope blues.
Okay.
Young, you know, probably your age.
Exactly.
Playing Turner Hall.
That's the beauty
So
of
we
it.
want to show, like, you know, the city is missing out on what we can bring to the city. You know, the city trying to be a global OSA. You can't be international city without black people.
So, for artists that would like to be on the station or the show, what are the requirements?
So basically, we have a website. You go to hyphin.org, HYFIN. There's a little button, a link that says Submit Music. But, like, make sure you tell us your artist name, your bio, all that kind of stuff, where we can reach you. And most importantly, because we're public radio, FCC on air, make sure it's clean and edit it properly. And you can submit it on the website that way. Element, the music director, goes through it. We listen to all of them. Actually, majority of it, you know, as long as it meets the criteria, will get added into our Milwaukee music. Sometimes it gets elevated to the main rotation. You know, Class has been elevated. Donna Renee, a singer, black singer here, got elevated. So there's been times where we're like, dude, this artist deserves a little more
Notoriety.
Yeah, a little more love.
Yeah.
But, like, when you submit music, make sure your stuff's registered. Sound Exchange, ASCAP, get that money.
There you go.
You know, because
Get
sometimes
that
people don't get registered, right? So, like, Sound Exchange submits music. Every time you get a stream, every time you get played on digital stream or radio, you get a check, you get a cut. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it's money.
It's a start.
It's a start. And then people get to see that, right? Because other labels see what radio stations are playing by these accounts, like Sound Exchange and Media Base and all these places. And they're like, what's going on in Milwaukee? Why is this artist popping off?
There you go.
So make sure the artists get their stuff registered. Like, there's all these kind of places, Media Base, Sound Exchange, ASCAP, BMI.
There you go.
Like,
The easiest thing the artist could do is make the music.
Yep.
But
It's the business part.
the business aspect is what, we lack as blacks and we lack as artists.
And there's opportunities to make money. It's like licensing, sync licensing. You get your songs, commercials, or TV shows, or you write for other people. There's artists that's what they make their living off of. Rappers who used to rap now make their money
Doing this.
doing that.
Yeah.
You don't like, well, how you making your money? I'm going, my stuff is on American Idol. My stuff is on this TV show.
Yep.
And
Right.
they get royalties every time it plays.
What can we expect moving forward here with HYFIN?
I expect a lot. I set a high bar for myself. But sometimes I wonder if that's too much. But I want to put Milwaukee. I want to use HYFIN as a platform to put Milwaukee's black culture to the map. Because I get sick of going somewhere in another city like, there's black people in Milwaukee. I'm like, yeah. I'm tired of the only news we get nationally is bad news when it comes to black people. I want to change that. I eventually would love to have a big festival selling all types of black music where people travel up, spend money, and see it. We don't, we get all like Harley Fest and all this festivals great and all, but I love to have a festival where Harley Fest is. That's just Park, right? For all the black food trucks and vendors and whole cool vibe there, That's my ultimate vision 2025. I want to really, we're looking at doing an e-commerce summit, digital e-commerce summit for black businesses next year. So I've been talking to Verizon and some group in Chicago to set up an opportunity to learn about how you sell your business online, how you do Instagram ads, all that stuff, right?
Exactly. We do want to say thank you for, giving us this outlet, giving us this platform. This is, something that the city definitely will needed, especially artists, upcoming artists in the urban areas, trying to work their way up and just don't really know where to go.
And we have two programs, Amplifier with Chad Roper, who managed Lakia.
There you go.
We have that every month. He has everything from sync licenses to mental health for artists. You can check that out on our website. We also have for teenagers, high school, Grace Weber Music Lab through the school year. Same kind of program, but to learn about the industry. So, those are two avenues. Both programs are free to come to.
Definitely want to say thank you, Mr. Tarik. Let the people know where they can find you at if they want to get in touch with you.
Yeah, you can find me at HYFIN.org. You can also find me at RadioMilwaukee.org. It's, Radio Milwaukee's the parent company. HYFIN's under there, our sister station 88.9. You can find me on Instagram at Tarik Moody. I publish a lot of food photos and stuff. And check me out on LinkedIn. I'm always on LinkedIn because I want to see something that inspires me. Sometimes you go on Facebook and all that, you get kind of depressed.
Yeah, it's definitely.
LinkedIn I spend a lot more time on LinkedIn than Facebook.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
There it is, you guys. Tarik Moody himself, the man with the plan. This is A Closer Look. I am Cool Tay, Just Talk TV. We